And with me in studio now is the Mortgage Minute Guy, Mr. Roger Schlesinger, with all wisdom about mortgages and how to get qualified and all that fun stuff. Right, Roger?
I hope so. How you doing, Don?
I'm doing really great. You know, we were having a private conversation where we were kind of, well, we were complaining about the economy. We were complaining about the government. And you made a statement that I thought was brilliant. And I wanted you to repeat that on this program and chat about that for a bit.
Well, yeah, I honestly believe that the government has changed the philosophy of the United States. Because in the old days, when we wanted to get those who were struggling a little and those who were up on top together, we tried to bring the bottom up. Nowadays, we're trying to bring the top down. And it just doesn't make any sense to me.
You know, we've turned into a convertible top society here in this country. We've got all these idiots all over the place, and you know, Occupy Wall Street, Occupy this. I mean, they've got Occupy Fresno, for crying out loud. I mean, no dig on Fresno, but I mean, come on, Occupy Fresno. And they're holding signs saying we hate corporations, end capitalism, you know, tax the rich until they're poor. And it's just what you're saying. I mean, we used to take the small guy and bring them up to a level of the big guy, and now they want to do just the opposite. And where does that leave everybody? Where is the incentive to do anything?
Well, it's even worse than that, because you know they do want to tax the rich. There's no doubt about it. Everybody wants to tax the rich, but what do the rich get out of it? Well, let's look at the housing problem that we've had that has really killed us, and this is one of the reasons it's killed us. Instead of going in and giving the banks TARP money and put a quid pro quo with, like you must make home loans to those people who are qualified, right. They did nothing. So what happened is houses started going underwater through no fault of their own. Foreclosure here, foreclosure there, and the property values drop. Well, who did they want to fix? Not the people who made all their payments forever, but the people who missed 3 or 4 of their payments. And it's so difficult day after day explaining to people, I know you made all your payments. I know your credit is perfect. I know they don't want to do it with you. They're not interested. And it's just terrible, because we would have never said that 10 years ago. No. And I just think it's just wrong. And if they would get the philosophy back to where we want to raise the bottom instead of lowering the top, I think this economy would start moving. I think home prices would start moving. I think the real estate industry would absolutely fix itself.
Well, we had this $447 billion jobs package that didn't even get out of the Democratic controlled Senate, which tells you a lot right there about how people had faith in that. But I take a look at a jobs package that didn't really have any meat in it to create jobs, and I say, imagine if you took $447 billion and you made $100,000 of capital available to, say, 4.5 million small businesses. Imagine how many jobs that would create overnight. Yeah. It's such a simple solution.
They're all simple solutions. It's just that they don't want to look at the simple solution. No. They think that's the old way. We have a new and better way.
Right. We hear shovel-ready project. Well, the only thing I think they're shoveling is, you know what I'm going to say. We can't say it on television.
We know what they're shoveling.
Now, you mentioned you had some good news about a pretty remarkable mortgage package that you now have available.
Right. It's unbelievable to me, and I'm still scared in saying it. But we have 80% to $5 million. Now, generally, most of the lenders, once you get to $2.5 million, want 50% loan to value. We'll go to 80% loan to value.
Really?
It's interest only. It's first or second homes. We'll allow cash out and no hit for any of that. And we have great rates. We have a 5-year ARM in the low 3s and a 7-year ARM in the middle 3s.
You know, it's amazing. You've been in this business quite some time, and did you ever think you would say, you know, these kinds of interest rates?
You know, and the funniest thing about it all is I talk to people every day, obviously, in my business, who are interested in mortgages, and not one of them mentioned to me 6 months ago that they thought interest rates would be in the 3s or even the high 2s, but now they all are sure they're going lower.
Roger Schlesinger, the Mortgage Minute Guy. Quickly, Roger, how do they get in touch with you? They want to pick your brain.
866-288-0088 or go to mortgageminuteguy.com.
Again, the Mortgage Minute Guy, Roger Schlesinger. As always, thanks so much.
Thank you.